dear to us British people are railways. We've cursed the discomfort they've given us these past 6 years, but still they stand to most of us as a link with happier days. Highlights of childhood were those yearly family excursions when we glued our noses to the window, watching for that first glimpse of the sea. Next to that thrill was the Christmas tide, which brought us that toy railway, with its tiny circular track, and the engine was a key that we always lost. Now we're grown up, our interest in railways has lapsed, except of course as passengers. So let us renew our youthful acquaintance with the monsters of the Iron Road. Thanks to modern engineering, turning a 150-ton engine round has become quite a simple job. The vacuum brake is connected up with the turntable. The vacuum is created in the engine brake system, and the table put into gear when the gauge shows sufficient vacuum. And so, with the ease of that legendary acrobat, the engine swings smoothly round, and within a few seconds it has turned a half circle, ready to drive off again. The table is stopped, and the engine chugs off with slow dignity in the direction of the coaling plant. Here, 500 tons of coal are stored to feed the ever-hungry locomotives. The coal wagons are shunted into place at the foot of the plant, locked to a section of the line, and then taken up, and by this means a plentiful supply of coal is always on hand for the engines. At first sight, this seems like carrying coals to Newcastle, but on inspection we find it quite logical. At the top, the truck is automatically tipped and emptied, then starts its journey down again. Here, everything is done in strict rotation. After the engine is turned, it comes along for its supply of coal. The chute is opened and 7 tons pour in. Not a bit too much nor too little, just enough for a 400-mile journey. Then off she goes again, this time to take water. The fireman makes sure that the leather hose pipe is properly in the tank, otherwise he might get a soaking. A streamliner takes 5,000 gallons of water, which has been specially softened. You see, engines prefer it that way. Next, the front is opened so that the smoke box can be cleaned out. Ashes and clinkers must be completely removed from all corners so that the fire will draw well when it's relit. Who would know better than the ladies the importance of appearances? And hence we find the toilet of these monsters is left in their capable hands. Wheels, rods, and bodywork are polished up until they shine like new pins. It's wonderful what a bit of well-applied elbow grease will do. But things are not always plain sailing, and sometimes an urgent repair has to be undertaken at the shed. Here, for instance, a pair of wheels is receiving attention. Constant running means constant overhauls. Outside, the engine is waiting to have its fire rekindled. A few shovelfuls of coal are put into the firebox together with a special fire lighter. Within a couple of hours, it is burned up nicely, although it takes about twice as long before enough steam is produced to start the journey, when a blazing inferno turns water into driving power. We'll refrain from telling this gentleman any funny stories about wheel tappers. It may be just as well, for it's obvious that this is a highly skilled job. To the experienced ear, the ring of the hammer conveys the soundness of the wheels, and the slightest fault can be detected when the hammer strikes. In fact, The whole safety of a train may well depend upon the alertness of this man's ears. Our railways have always played for safety, and their achievement is envied all over the world. Before each journey, the brake mechanism is inspected. Various methods of braking are employed. Even the smallest fault may endanger the safety of the train, but thanks to the vigilance of the railway engineer, nothing is overlooked. The pressure is checked on the gauge, and outside, the engineer's mate watches to see that the actual brake works smoothly. The test finished, they move on to the next engine. This introduces Tom and Fred, driver and fireman. After signing on, they look at the notice board. Schedules are sometimes altered at short notice. Then they collect their kits from the store. Yes, oil lamps are still in use, but soon they'll miss what today's will be like to handle, for locos, like men, have characteristics. The lamp denotes that they travel light engine, while Tom gets busy oiling the wheel boxes. Leaving Tom and Fred to check over their engine, we go over to the carriage department and find that here 7,000 coaches are cleaned inside and out every day before you and I are allowed in. First, the carriages are drawn through this unique contraption which thoroughly cleans the woodwork, washing away all the dirt and grime of the tunnels and tarns. Water is forced through these giant mops which are kept revolving while the carriages pass along, thus ensuring that each one is evenly washed, while outside the men scrub the woodwork to get off the loosened dirt. With that job finished, the coaches are polished, but there are many other things to be seen to as well. And to keep the wheels turning smoothly, the boxes are topped up with oil every day. In fact, every working part receives attention, just like the engine. Inside, the women are busy sweeping up the ravages of the last journey. If they were asked, they'd tell you that smokers are the most untidy folk, with bun munchers a good second. And it's surprising how many people forget the pennies on the empties. Every set of carriages is equipped with a dynamo which supplies the light. These are driven by belts off the main axle, and as soon as the train reaches about 30 miles an hour, electricity is automatically generated and stored in batteries, which have to be regularly checked to make sure that they are in order for a long journey. At last, all the various jobs are finished, and along moves the shunting engine to pull the carriages to the station. But first comes the business of coupling up and connecting the vacuum brake. For no matter how short the journey, the brake must work throughout the train. Within a few minutes, they arrive at the terminus to make up the Scottish Express, and soon the platform will come to life. Already the passengers are arriving at the station, and here life is just one arrival after departure. On any station, the crowd is cosmopolitan, Duke and Gusman rubbing shoulders, farewells mingled with joyful greetings. High above the crowd, the announcer directs us to our train through the microphone with cold aloofness, and we can't help envying her intimate knowledge of the railway timetable, which has always baffled us. With 5 minutes to go, the express engine backs into the station with all the dignity of the star performer and couples up with the train. The Train Spotters Club, that organization of youngsters which still haunts the stations just as we did, takes down our number. The peaceful exterior of the signal box conceals the intense activity inside. From here, the comings and goings of 7,000 trains daily is controlled. Railway signalling is a bit of a mystery to the layman, for the whole system here is automatic, and the levers not only operate the signals, but ring up the track numbers from which the train is due to leave. The signalman can watch the progress of each train as it enters or leaves the station on this illuminated diagram. Each section of the rail is locked until the train has passed over. Arrivals are trying to find only a few seconds to go. The track number comes up on the signal after the points have slid over into position. The guard waves his familiar green flag, and slowly the giant engine begins to move dead on time. The stragglers make an imprudent last-minute rush, and with a push, they're aboard. The dismal housing of the great city slips behind, and as we approach the open country, we move forward here.
I did 15 years hard slogging on local lines before I got my job on a passenger express, so that first run meant a lot to me. I remember how I welcomed the sight of Welland Viaduct. We're near in Peterborough now. I can always tell it by the sharp smell of burnt clay from the brickfield. It's odd how one recognises places by the smell. I could tell some of the places on the line if I were blindfolded. Peterborough, York, Newcastle, they all put something of their own into the air. Passengers don't notice that sort of thing. Only the kids who poke their noses out of the windows. Fred gets down to a bit of firing. Only a little at a time. That's his motto. Coal in the tender is always kept wet to make it burn longer. 7 tons has to do the trip. And it keeps the dust down and prevents it from blowing into our eyes. You don't like tunnels, and it's worse for us. Smoke, steam, dirt fills the cab with a clammy grime. Back at the station, more passengers waiting for us. Usually we have to take over another engine at York, although sometimes we keep the same one right through. Now we're ready to move off again, and we fall gently away from the station. It takes a bit of time to get going with a heavy load, and this trip we're pulling 15 coaches. We soon get into our stride. The next few miles are dead straight and quite level, which makes it easy going for me, but I've got to keep my eye on the track ahead just the same. We take no chances with the signal. And speaking of that, there's Northallerton signal box coming up, and I'll have to... This opening haul up to speed fairly eats the steam. About time we picked up, and that's more than your aeroplanes do. Of course, we get to know the route and can pick out the various landmarks, but it's the industrial areas which always interest me. Meanwhile, the passengers... At the viaduct, we have to slow down a bit, and this gives you folk a chance of getting a good look at Durham Cathedral and the castle. I've heard it said that the railway provides the best view of those grand old buildings, and I must say they look fine in that soft evening sun. And as we pass, the passengers crane their necks for a last glimpse. Sit back again while we race on another 18 miles to Newcastle, rushing through the deserted local stations, out into the open country again. At this time of year, it all looks very pleasant. We don't get time to see the blemishes. Yes, this is Newcastle, the lowest of the waters of the River Tyne, and along its banks the large shipbuilding yards. Beyond there are the high level and swing bridges. But Newcastle is also the largest coal mining centre in the country, and hence the fine large... Soon we're out in the open countryside and can put on more speed. And while some of you take a nap, we're straining every effort to get you to your destination on time. Fred does a bit more stoking. Useful practice for the future, maybe. Now we're approaching the border of Berwick, over the old stone bridge with its 50-yard... But now, folks, you're almost there, and within a few minutes we shall be pulling into Waverley Station, Edinburgh.
And so a 400-mile run is completed. Perhaps not exactly on time, but nearer to the mark, another railway journey over. A step in time and distance to a city which means something different to each one of them. Homecoming to some. The throat with a choking feeling of affection and relief. To them, this journey will be memorable forever. Unconscious there, they will join the ranks of those who are Britain's Iron Road. To them, it is a part of our way of life, just as this trip has been to Tom and Fred, part of the job of keeping the wheels still turning over the tracks which link our lives with the past and bear us to a fuller future.